Hey guys, Mr. Case here again to go over day 12 of the math work for 3rd grade NTI. So what we have here is we have another addition sheet, just review again. I'm very confident that you kiddos will be able to do this. So we have that. And then our next one is going to be working on time. So 1 through 5, you're just kind of filling in the blanks. So like if you look at the first one, it says 12:40 p.m., which would be like at noon, or like during a regular school day, that 12. And then the end time is 5:05 p.m., so that'd be like in the evening. So what you're going to do there, you're just going to try to figure out the elapsed time, which is so for example, number 1, if I look at 12:40 and 12:40 p.m. and 5:05 p.m., what that means is I'm trying to figure out how much time is between there. So how do we figure this out? Well, if I look at what I use, this is just something that helps me. I know for each hour, so like 12, if I look at 12, there's 60 minutes in an hour. So if I go to, if I look at my start time, it says 12:40 p.m. Okay, I'm going to take 60 and subtract 40 from it. It's going to tell me how many minutes I need in that little block there. So 0 minus 0 equals 0. 6 minus 4, it's going to equal 2. So that means I've got 20 minutes till the next hour, or 20 minutes till 1. So I want to add that 20 minutes to my time. So then if I add 20 minutes to 12:40, it's going to bring me up to 1 p.m. Okay, so I look at 1 p.m. My end time is 5:05. Let's not worry about that 5 yet. So let's just look at the hours. 5 to 1. So since I got rid of the minutes, don't forget about the 5. We'll come back to it. The 5 and 1. The reason I put the 1 on the bottom is because we're going to subtract. It's going to tell me how many hours I needed. So 5 minus 1 is going to equal 4. And obviously our zeros behind there. So that's 4 hours. 4 hours. So I know it takes me 4 hours now. When let's go back to the minutes. So we know it took us 20 minutes to get from 12:40 to 1 o'clock. Now let's look. It says our end time is 5:05. So all I have to do there is add that 5 minutes there with our 20 minutes that took us to 1 o'clock. So 20 plus 5 equals 25. So my answer should be 4 hours and 25 minutes is my elapsed time. Now if you look at number 2, it's going to say 9:15 a.m. was our start time. And then it says end time was noon, which is 12 p.m. Now all we have to do there is once again look at where the 15 is. 60 minutes an hour. 60 minus 15. That's going to tell us how many minutes till 10 o'clock. Then once you get to 10 o'clock, you just take 12 minus 10, And since noon is 12 p.m., means there's no extra minutes. So all you have to do there is just, once you figure out your hours, just add on your minutes. Alright, now let's look at number 3. Number 5 will be about the same to that, to 1 and 2. But 3 and 4 are different. So, number 3 says our start time is 1:20 p.m. Our end time, they don't give us one, but they give us the elapsed time, which is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Well, since they don't give us the end time, what we need to do is add the elapsed time to our start time, and that will give us our end time. Number 4 is going to be the opposite. So it doesn't give us the start time, but it does give us the end time. It also gives us the elapsed time of 1 hour and 50 minutes. Now this can be tricky, so what I would do when doing subtracting, because we're going to subtract the elapsed time from our end time. So how I would do this, I would take, alright, so I know my elapsed time is 1 hour. I know that much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take away the minutes right now. Let's just focus on 2, which is our hour. I'm going to subtract 1. So that's going to bring us down to, well, that answer is 1. So that means we're at 1:20 p.m. But I still got to be accounted for 50 minutes. So what you want to do here, take away that 20 from the 50. So 50 minus 20 is going to equal 30. So I get rid of my 2 right here, so it puts me down to 1 p.m. Okay, so we still have 30 minutes that we need to account for. So what we need to do, I took 30 minutes away from 1 o'clock. So how that will look, it kind of looks like a subtraction problem. Right? Now remember, what's difficult about time is that there's 60 minutes in an hour. It's not like regular time it's not like regular math where, you know, we're counting by tens or hundreds. You know, it's a real hard concept to understand that if I was to count by minutes, once I get to 60, that's like counting to 100 on a regular number scale. It just restarts after 60. So, I gotta think about when I'm doing time, okay, what hour becomes before 1 p.m.? Well, if I cross this out, this becomes 12 p.m. Because remember, when we're talking about time, when we get to hours, there's 24 hours in a day. But we go from 1 and all the way to 12, and then we restart back at 1. So at 12 is where we're at. So, roll this out. I'm at 12. So what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to make that a 60. Since I changed my 1 to 12, I'm going to put that there. Now, I'm going to subtract that remaining 30 minutes from 60. 0 minus 0. 6 minus 3. I'll bring down my 12. So that means my start time was 12 p.m. 12:30 p.m. Okay, I know that's a little confusing because it's not like it's not exactly like regular math. Okay. Then number 6 is just going to be a word problem. Take your time on that. I will have a part 2 for the word problem, and I'll see you in the next video.